was your childhood like with your family and the way you grew up? What was your environment?
Didn't really have any friends, and I was bullied, and I just was worried. I don't know. I like killed animals and 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 and, and like collected maggots in jars.
You say you killed animals?
I killed most of my animals, yeah.
What
But
anim-
okay, but like I'll tell you something. I did kill a lot of animals, right? But like, okay, this is kind of crazy. But two months ago or something, I was like, and I stabbed him in the neck, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done. I could not. I killed a lot of animals, right? But like stabbing someone was just hard. It was just so hard. It took me of even I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah, no. Was that during or after?
But oh no, it was during. I kept telling him, I was like, you better stop, I'm gonna stab you. And he was like, no, you're not. And I'm like, then he's like, just stab me.
Where did you stab him? Oh, of course. With what? Presumably a knife, but I meant like
Two knives by my bed, but I showed him a knife. And so I actually have it on tape, on audio, but it was 50, the tape is 51 minutes long. And so for 30 minutes, I was like, I have two knives, okay? And I kept telling him I'm being merciful right now because honestly, I feel like I could have killed him, right?
yeah.
I knew I was not a bad person just for the fact that I really did not want to kill him. I really did not want to kill him. So I made sure that I did not stab more than once, because he got up right away. I just did not want to kill him.
So this went on for 30 minutes.
Oh, this went on for over 51 minutes. The tape kind of pathetic and humiliating.
Like 50 minutes of
it was like struggling and penetrating, and some of it was. And then my parents had to find out I was like by like a New York Post article.
It was yeah. And then you stabbed him. And then what happened after that?
And then I had to go to the hospital. He actually called the cops, and then he was like, oh, I was just trying to get, and then this stabs me, and then I was like, well, I have it on tape, so.
Yeah. And what did the police say?
Oh no! Like at first they had to like handcuff me because they didn't know exactly what happened. But they let me go when I showed them the tape and everything, and I talked to a bunch of detectives.
So, can we break down the situation a little bit? So, how did you get the time to start taping?
Oh no, it was like it's on my phone. So I was using my video recording, and I just set my phone down. I thought he knew I was taping, but I felt like the situation was getting a bit out of hand. And I know for a fact from watching a lot of true crime stuff that, a lot of people claim self-defense, right? But I wanted to have evidence. I didn't want people to believe me just because I was a girl. I wanted them to believe me because I had evidence of something happening, right?
So you knew you were about to be.
I had a feeling that something bad could happen, right?
Yeah.
Like I was gonna get raped, but I just felt like he was getting a bit aggressive, and I wanted to just be a little bit smart about it.
No, of course. No, I understand. And how old were you when this happened?
What?
How old were you when this happened?
2 months ago, so 29.
Oh, this was recent.
April 1st, actually. So I wish it was an April Fool's joke, but it wasn't.
Yeah. What did Amato say?
Oh, he's like, obviously he wishes the worst on that back too.
Where is that guy now? Hopefully
He wasn't in jail for very long, obviously, because that's like his first crime.
that's the first crime, so they let him.
Yeah.
Wow. And have you had to see him before, or are you?
Twitter is still my place, though.
Sorry?
Twitter's still my place, but there's like a restraining order they put on it, or an order of protection.
Yeah. Do you feel safe?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't scared, honestly. I just didn't want to be. I even told him that he can me if he had a condom, but he didn't. Because honestly, like it sucked, right? But like he did it without a condom, and I kept telling him like at least put a condom on because I didn't want to get an STD, and so that's why also.
Yeah. No, of course.
I was like, you can me, but just use a condom, okay?
Yeah, no, I understand. How did he respond to that?
He didn't do it.
No, I got that he didn't do it, but did he like verbally respond? Did he say, don't want to do that?
Right? But I was called. But by the way, he was 6'3", okay? So that's pretty tall, and I'm like 5'6" and 105 pounds. Okay, I'm small, and so there was like a big size difference. So I couldn't really defend myself either way, you know?
No, of course. And
Yeah, and so like that's why I have like 2 knives in my bed. So
when you said it was the hardest thing you ever had to do, was that emotionally or physically?
emotionally, and because I was like, I've killed animals, you know, this isn't like this. Honestly, I've always thought that it wouldn't be as hard to do, right? But it is. I just didn't want to hurt another person. There was just something inside me that just didn't want to do it.
What animals did you kill?
I think I'm easier because it's not like as personal. You know, you can just pull a trigger. But here, like I just felt very like I even though he was like doing something immoral, I felt he wasn't a bad person or anything. You know, so I didn't want to hurt him, and I kept telling him, I don't want to hurt you. Please stop. Please stop.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
What animals have you killed?
Hamsters, like it's the cat, mice. I just don't like dogs. But yeah, mostly swans. I mean, I killed a pigeon out of sympathy though, because his wing was broken.
Did you kill a dog?
I wish. No, just kidding, just kidding.
How did you do it?
Wait, which one?
All of them.
Using knife. I mean, the pigeon, I snapped its neck, but it was out of sympathy because I like pigeons.
Yeah, no, of course. And what drove you to stab a cat?
I hated cats when I was 4, apparently.
Oh, you were 4 when this happened.
Yeah, I was like, I remember just not liking cats. I don't know why, honestly. Like, I just did not like cats. I just thought that I don't know why.
No, I understand.
I love cats though now. I don't know. I just being like play with the deli cat down the street like almost every day.
Yeah. Do you see a disconnect from humans and animals because of the communication?
I don't know, but it was just different. Yeah, maybe. I'm a vegetarian though, you know, so I don't.
And is that for moral reasons?
I mean, kinda, because I love sheep.
Yeah.
Even snails. Even though I love. But yeah, no. I mean, I haven't killed an animal in a while, you know.
I am. Yeah, nice. That's good. That is good. Do you ever feel like the need or the compulsion to want to kill something?
I was younger. I did. So that's how I felt like I was called. Yeah. Yeah. I was called. You know, my roommate. I was called. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I understood. Felt like I got like bloodlust because I felt like this hatred against dogs, but not anymore.
Yeah, you like dogs now.
No, I hate dogs still, but I just don't feel as bloodlust.
What's wrong with dogs? You're currently in a relationship with the webcam killer Grant Amato. For those who aren't familiar with him, what can you say about his crimes?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's pathetic. But I think that the motive is very, very. It's different than what people think. It wasn't just for her, you know. He was spiraling down already. He lost his job. He got arrested for grand larceny from stealing medication from the hospital or something and sedating his patients. And from there, he got caught in he spiraled down into delusion and lost sight of reality and lost sight of the future and like his whole life. And I understand how that can be.
Do you think a part of that might be for spending over $200,000?
Yeah, honestly, and I think a part of that was also him. Like, I think he also liked dominating, and like money kind of gave him power, you know, and it kind of made him. And once you spend like a certain amount of money, you know, spending another amount of money, it's easier to justify, you know?
I do, yeah. And he liked the idea that these people were thinking that he had more money than he had.
Yes, like he liked the power, you know, and domination, and like just like a lot of men. So it's just a different way of like, yeah.
What is it that appeals to you about people who have committed crimes?
Well, I mean, I never really like had like a thing. So it's not like just anything. I guess it's just like the ability to do something like that. It's I don't think with him it's like the crime itself, because honestly, I'm very conflicted about the crime.
In what way?
It kind of pisses me off, honestly.
How?
And and when he talks about his relationship with his brother, I actually get teary eyed and I kind of cry just because it makes me feel so bad.
In what sense? What? Because obviously he's got the one brother which he killed, and his one brother he's still.
He loved his brother, and his brother loved him. Honestly, I like I like his brother more than my own sister. Okay, his brother was an angel.
Was an angel. Are we talking about the?
His brother was an angel, in my opinion.
Yeah. And how did you end up in a relationship with him?
I don't really write criminals, right? I was watching his case, and I felt like we related a lot on anime and video games, and I felt like he was a good person. I saw that he seemed like a nice guy that just had issues, and I understand that we had a similar relationship dynamic. I have a sister as well, and I was kind of the fucked up black sheep like he was, and my family I think thought of me as a failure, and my sister, she just had everything going for her, so I could completely understand where he was, and feeling like you're in need and not having a job and just feeling like a failure and wanting just to have someone appreciate you.
Yeah, there's appreciation, there's the need for, and we've all got siblings that can, but there's a big jump from being irritated by a sibling and killing them, right?
Yeah. I think he did it I don't know.
Do you feel
Yeah.
like he felt there was no other way out because of the pressure with the notes?
He just did not have anything of reality. There's no reality, you know.
Is he still detached from reality, would you say?
No, no. I think he has a lot more hope in his life, honestly, ever since I came around.
And how did you end up how did you, obviously you saw his case, and then how do you go from watching someone's case to being in a relationship with them?
It was on a whim that I wrote to him because I just was like kind of like depressed and stuff. And we were talking and stuff, and we got along very well. And he actually has a lot of women who write to him. So he has a lot of women who write to him, but they write to him kind of weird stuff, like sexual stuff. Like this one girl said, "I want to fuck you in your dad's blood," or people say, "I want you to rape me and kill me," and things like that. And I just wrote to him about anime and video games, like Dark Souls or something.
Yeah, I can see how one would be a lot more appealing than the other.
Yeah, and apparently he hasn't had anybody write to him about anime or video games. And he's the one who said in this interrogation video, "I like anime."
Did you ever follow his Twitch channel?
I did, actually. I saw it, and I really thought it was really cool.
Okay. And what would you say? Sorry, go on.
Oh, I had Twitch as well, so I thought that was very cool.
Something that you can connect over. How often do you chat?
We chat 3 times a day on the phone, and we send like 8 messages a day through JPay. And yeah, and we send each other like video. We have video meetings, I guess, like 4 times a week.
So he has access to what, a phone, a computer?
Not computer, but just like a tablet. So tablet's kind of like an iPad, but not.
Oh, okay. So he's not Twitch streaming from his cell.
Not.
No. How many messages does he get? A lot of letters from people that.
A lot. And he even gets like pictures that are censored. Apparently, he recently got like 4 or 5 like boob pictures, and a girl was like, "Do you miss these?"
What did he say?
He actually wrote something really nice. I don't know if you want me to say it.
No, go on.
Okay, let me find it, because he wrote like the nicest message ever. Okay, he put, I appreciate your outreach, and I don't know what you sent because JP rejected it, but I don't really care to see or read it anyways because I'm removing you. I'm unconditionally in love with the girl of my dreams, and she is everything to me. She knows my past, she's here in the present, and desires the future only we can have. It was faith that brought us together, love that has bound us forever, and desire that gives us hope in the future. I'm sorry this seems cold, but it is meant to be direct. I do not manipulate women. It is detestable. The men who do this, no matter how easy, I do not want anyone to speak to me for their own selfish reasons anymore or try manipulate me to be your infamous sexual fantasy. I've had thousands of women reach out to me, and I'm tired and weary of all this self-centered attention. The woman I have fallen in love with, I plan to marry soon, and she is the most special being and possesses the beauty of mind and body that is not of this world. Her heart is more giving and yet wonderfully selfish. For me, what we have is built on trust and understanding. Thank you for taking the time out day to write me and send me what you did. It's just not meant to be. I'm sorry. Have a nice day. Sorry, I talk kind of fast.
No, you're okay. So you plan on marrying this guy? Has he proposed? Or was that his way of doing it?
Here.
Sorry, that's the marriage paper, is it?
Yes.
Okay. You're breaking up. So your parents don't know?
No.
Do you plan on telling them?
Very upset, honestly. I feel like they would kill me.
Do you plan on telling them?
I mean, I don't know.
Because presumably being married and in a relationship with someone who famously did what he did, do you see a life outside of prison with him?
No, I see that. I see like me being supportive, honestly.
Yeah, no, I understand. What would you say to those who would be appalled at the prospect of someone being in a relationship with someone who has committed such crimes?
I don't think that they understand, honestly, and I think that people shouldn't otherize criminals or even refer to them as monsters or subhuman, because that just places a moral distance from the us and the them, you know, and otherizing people, like a group of people, has led to like enormous atrocities, you know, like I was called the Armenian genocide, you know, the Holocaust, things like that, because these people, they were considered subhuman, just like how people refer to criminals and murderers, you know.
But with all due respect, he is a criminal and a murderer, no?
But I think that I was called that people deserve compassion, and I think that everybody has a chance of redemption. I don't think that one action should define somebody for the rest of their life. I mean, I was arrested before, and I would hate for that to define me forever. I would hate that, you know.
What were you arrested for?
I don't want to say.
No?
I was younger, though.
It wasn't killing 3 people, then hiding the weapon?
No, it was not violent or anything.
Not violent. I'm trying to just work out the distinction because there's a link between what can be redeemed. Now, obviously, murder in some cases, self-defense can be justifiable. I understand that.
I feel yeah. Well, I have a hard time redeeming.
You do?
Yes.
So where do you draw the line on this one? What part of you goes, oh, I can deal with this? Is it because you've built this emotional bond and connection with him?
No, I feel that with almost. I mean, honestly, I think about it just in terms of like, I think everybody is capable of this, in my opinion. I mean, Hannah Arendt talks about, you know, the banality of evil and how it was normal people, normal Germans who were committing these atrocities and just were allowing to happen. And it wasn't just them being evil; it was them just taking orders or something. And it was just, you know, the callousness. You know, it was. I just think anybody's capable of it, and I even think I'm incapable of it. And I don't think people can truly project themselves into another person's situation, because I think that we are inevitably filtered through our own experiences, and we can't really understand what we would have done given the circumstance and the resources, because we don't have it, you know. And I think I'm equally capable of it, but obviously I'm from California and it has very strict gun laws. So I wouldn't even have access to that, you know, that. So I wouldn't even know, I would never think about that, right? But I can't say that I wouldn't be able to do it myself, you know? Because I think murder is natural, in my opinion, in evolutionary psychology, you know? It's I think it's even more natural than altruism, because, you know, altruism with strangers, that's a little bit difficult to like understand evolutionarily, you know? Kin altruism, okay, you want to protect your genetics. But like, what about altruism with a stranger, you know? I think humans are capable of murder, they're capable of cooperation, you know, things like that. I just think murder is one of the most natural things there is, and it's the most human thing.
I would argue the opposite, though. I mean, personally, I've got family, and I don't think murder is natural. I think maybe 1,000 years ago, when you had to protect your tribe, there's a difference. It's a modern society now. I think things are different, and I don't want to be argumentative. I'm just trying to bring up both sides of the coin.
No, I know, but like the thing is that modern society, we still haven't evolved, you know, biologically from our ancestors. So we still have the same genetics, even though we're in modern society now, but we still have the same, you know, like tribal genetics in us that still makes us, you know, still we haven't evolved much from those times. I mean, so we still have those instincts.
Yeah, of course, but we have moral compasses. You know, we're taught in school, you know, like little things, you know, wash your hands, tie your shoelaces, don't kill your brother, you know. So I feel like personally, I feel like, yeah, times are different now, but we're living in a different society where we work in harmony. We're not trying to fight our neighbors for food and survival. There's enough stuff to go around. So I feel like, yeah, genetically, we are still the same, you know, that we were hundreds of years ago where we needed to be, but times have changed.
Yeah, no, kinda, you know, but there's still the morals are still constructed, you know. We still there's still not like a genetic part of us, you know. There's very few. I mean, there's I guess what he did something kind of like that was definitely evolutionarily a little bit, you know, counterintuitive, you know, because like most people protect their genetics, you know.
Yeah, no, of course, that's
Really crazy.
No, can you repeat that last bit you cut out?
Oh, it is kind of like evolutionarily backwards, though. I agree though with that. But yeah, no.
Yeah, like and like I'm like I said before, you know, I'm not here to argue right and wrong.
No.
I'm just trying to get the best part out of both sides. So can I ask, say if the court overturns things and he comes out tomorrow, and you know, you bring him over and you know you're having chips and tea and that, do you trust him?
I trust him with all my heart. I trust him with every fiber of my being.
So he wants to go out, get a gun, do a bit of shooting, and you would
I not kill me.
sorry?
I know he would never hurt me.
Oh, okay. I mean that's good. That is good. I'm just trying to, you know, because what my question is what do you see in your future for you two?
I honestly like maybe sperm insemination. Okay, so it's called a lot of people. There's, you know how there's prison pintail websites, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I would never write to any of those prisoners, okay? Because I wouldn't trust any of them because those people probably like, you know, play women, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of prison scam websites, okay, where they're like, oh yeah, is this guy a scam or whatever? But I trust that he like there's just like I have just full 100% trust that he is not playing me. But he sent me money too. He sent me over $1,000.
Where did he get the money from?
I mean, in prison you find ways, okay? But yeah.
Did he tell you where he got the
like,
money from? Oh, he did.
Yeah. So he doesn't even ask me for money. I sent him manga though, and I sent him The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky, and he read it.
How is he getting by in prison? What's his situation like? Is he in general population?
I don't know. What's the general population?
So is he out mixed up with everyone else, or is he segregated?
Oh no, he's in general population. He's actually out of like a high incentive prison where he's like I think he has the worst crime, but everybody I guess respects him or something, and he's like he gets along with people, and no one is him. Even though people are like I hope he gets right. He gets along fine, and everybody and he doesn't have any issues.
Do your friends and family know about this relationship? And if so, how have they reacted to it?
And I had to like stop telling them I did because they yelled at me.
Why did they do that?
Because they were mad. They're like, don't fucking talk to this guy. even though I mean, I thought my dad would be kind of empathetic because my dad was always a kind guy and he always wanted me to help the less fortunate. And I've always been doing that, you know? I gave this heroin addict like $80 a day until he's like robbed me. So
Why? Okay, we're gonna break that down. Why did you give him $80 a day?
because I wanted to help him and I was just really nice and I really like I just feel for certain type of people that the society hates.
What was he spending the money on?
Heroin.
Makes sense. And why did what did he rob? What was the story there?
I told him like he just like robbed me of $30 even though I was giving him money.
Yeah, it's a strange situation, isn't it?
I mean, like he was he was just not thinking long term at all in that way.
No. Do you think that was just the need for something more? You know, just
yeah, exactly. I don't think he's a bad person. I just think that he just loved heroin, and honestly, I understand that. So I am very sympathetic towards addicts in general.
Did you try it?
Yeah, no, actually I did, but that was to kill myself though.
Okay. A couple of questions. How was it?
Oh no. Actually, I don't remember just because I did kill myself, but then they I guess Narcan me, so I survived. But at the same time, I did succeed, so I'm proud of that.
How long did you die for?
Oh, it's like less than 10 minutes or 8 minutes probably. Because if you die, if you like for a long, it's like it makes you lose like breathing. So if you don't get revived within like 10 or like 12 minutes, you're dead forever, basically.
What? So you took some heroin and you died.
What
What was it like coming back? Did you feel different?
No, I just felt pissed because I had to go to the hospital.
Oh, that makes sense. What? Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're all right. I just like I just want to know, like, so what was the recovery like from that?
Oh, I had to go to the mental hospital for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that must have been.
That was really horrible, honestly, and that made me just like, if I was going to kill myself, I would just like shoot myself.
So what made you want to kill yourself?
I just hated my life, and honestly, Grant is what helped me like with that because I was planning to kill myself in the summer, and then I met him, and then he made me want to devote my life to helping someone else because I felt bad. I felt like no one deserves to be that lonely in prison forever, and I think that everyone deserves love, and so I don't want to kill myself now just because I don't want him to be alone.
Is he alone? Because I mean,
he's pretty alone. Yeah, he doesn't have any family, obviously, and the girls who message him, they're kind of just like sexually, motivated.
What about his relationship with his other brother?
Oh no, there's none now. I tried to tell him to like reach out, and I'm gonna try to help him reach out. Honestly.
Have you tried reaching out to the brother yourself?
No, but I want to talk to him about it to have someone how to do it.
No, of course. So the next question is self-explanatory, I guess. But would you continue your relationship with Amato if he was released from prison?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
More and more so.
And
I mean, I would love sperm insemination, even if it means that I have to be a single mom potentially.
Yeah, no, of course. And is that something they would allow? Like, how would that go down? Him sending his sperm?
I mean, there's ways, okay, even if it's not that. So the hardest part would be like the kid being like, so where's my grandparents? And then having to be like, so yeah.
Yeah. No, of course. I mean, that's got to be a tough thing. We was talking about this recently with obviously the famous case of the Ken and Barbie killers, and Ken was faced the death penalty, but Barbie is now she's married, out and about, married with kids, living that life. So it is. Do you think that he could reintegrate into society without any trouble?
He would probably be hated, and he probably would have to like hide or something.
Yeah.
Just like.
Have you ever contacted the Bulgarian cam model?
I hate her. I really fucking hate her.
Why is that?
I was course on her, and I even asked him about her, and he said he got over her within like a month. after that.
Oh wow. Just completely like cold turkey clean, no issues.
Stop caring, yeah.
And they never spoke after the incident.
I think she's kind of a sociopath just because like who like takes $200,000 from somebody? I would never do that.
No, of course. It's
I would not accept that money.
well, it was over the course of time, was it not? Like over the
It was just like a few months.
Is that what it was? Oh wow, I thought it was longer than that.
Oh, yeah, it sounds crazy. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I would never do any of that like cam shit, but still, I still like think it's kind of pathetic, and I tell him that.
What bit do you think's pathetic? Where do you stand on that side?
So I think it's pretty pathetic that the fact that he like gave all that money.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I could have at least invested it, and made more money. She didn't even help him. The begging video where he's like, "Please send me a video, please."
yeah.
I forced him to redo it for me.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so he does redo it for me just because I think it's so funny.
Oh wow. And if you had the opportunity to talk to her, would you take the chance?
Or go fuck yourself.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That is fair. And how is Amato getting on in prison? Do you know if he's had much hassle of the other inmates due to the nature of his crimes?
So I think people kind of respect him for it or kind of fear him because, like, he has the most intense crime. And since everybody really like good prisoners, I guess. Also writes me a lot of letters. Right here. Let me see. So these are all like letters that he has written me. And he draws me cute pictures too. So it's pretty I don't know, it's pretty nice. I love it.
What does he draw?
He draws the pictures that I draw. Let me see if because I draw like a lot of anime stuff too. It's cute though. I love it so much. Adorable. I don't know.
Oh wow.
So cute.
Can you read us something that he's wrote you?
Oh god, it's so beautiful. I love it so much. It's like he writes with anime too. Let me see. Oh, okay, I love this book. Thank you for sharing something so special to you with me. I am so happy that you see the real me, the genuine man who truly loves you and wishes you to be happy. I don't ever want you to feel used or like an addition. I believe you to be my world, and you are everything I love about it. I will never feel lonely with you in my life. No one will ever make me feel despair, hopeless, because you are my hope and happiness. Thank you for all your encouraging quotes and statements. They really make me feel special. I seriously love your badass gun drawings and your edgy knife drawings and stuff like that.
That's
He's very nice and loving, honestly. And I just I haven't been told I love you in years.
Not by your family or?
I mean, my family. It doesn't count if my dad tells me he loves me. Okay, they have to love me. But I've been on dates for years, right? And I've been single, and no one has ever even said anything close. I never had. I guess people in New York, they kind of suck because everybody just wants the next best thing, and I just feel like no one just wants to become. I think it's my generation that doesn't want to show vulnerability because they always want to show they are who cares the least,
Yeah. No, of course. No, I get that. So what is he like as a person, and does he come across as the type of person that could have murdered 3 innocent people?
I think anybody's capable of it. That's why. So I don't think that. I think he's a kind person, but I think of people as very complex and fragmented. I don't think that there is good and evil. I don't think that there are people that are bad and there's people that are good. I don't believe in a Disney world. I think people are just complex. I think anybody's capable of anything,
Of course. Do you think if the gun laws were looser in California that you would have got one?
Yeah, well, I do want a gun, honestly, because I would like to protect myself. But honestly, I'm very conflicted about gun laws because I think it's everybody's right to have one. I think everybody should be able to have the right to defend themselves. And I don't think that the military and the cops should be the only ones who have guns. But at the same time, I do admit that places with loose gun laws do have people that kill more and commit suicide more through guns. But when I got robbed at gunpoint, I got robbed at gunpoint twice in the states with the strictest gun laws. So,
how do you get robbed at gunpoint twice?
I got robbed at gunpoint in New York and Chicago. In Chicago, you can imagine, right? And in New York, I was just dumb and was walking near the projects at like 2 a.m.
And someone just, they like popped out. And what was that experience like?
I don't have that much of fear response, so I didn't really feel much. I just gave him my things and that was it.
Yeah.
I got a new phone within like 2 days because I had insurance.
Have you written to any other well-known criminals?
When I was 15, I wrote to Charles Manson, but that's it.
Did he respond?
He did not. I mean, it makes sense. I was 15, you know?
Yeah,
and
of course.
I was like being bullied and stuff, and yeah, but that was it.
Yeah. You've also been diagnosed with ASPD, which is characterised by reduced capacity for guilt or empathy. Do you think that plays a role with your hybristophilia?
No, I don't believe it, honestly, because I was 18 and I think that they just had like a weird thing.
In what way?
I don't think I have it, honestly, because I feel a lot of things for people.
You feel like in yourself that you feel a lot of empathy, and which you have described.
Empathy, but I do have empathy for certain people, and it's the rejected populations of the world, you know? It's like the homeless that people like kick, and like I have my own mice. And I told my roommate I would protect him in Battle Royale, even though I pushed him down the stairs. But I was still protecting Battle Royale.
Why did you push him down the stairs? Sorry?
But somebody actually pushed him on the train, and like I got up right away just to punch that guy in the face, but someone punched him first.
Okay. And how did you end up getting diagnosed with ASPD, and how does it affect your life?
I just think it's like stupid, honestly, because because I had like a disorderly conduct problems when I was a kid, so that is actually a big part of like the diagnoses, right? Because but I never yeah, but I don't believe it because I think that's a not false diagnosis.
Yeah.
But I feel like it just because I was just going through things, you know?
Yeah, no, of course. Do you think that it might have reduced the apathy that you feel towards the victims of people like Amato?
I feel so much empathy for them. I feel so bad. I thought code, like I said, I feel empathy for both, you know?
Yeah. No, I understand. And yeah. Have you taken the time to look into the case yourself, or have you spoken openly with Amato about it?
I know everything about it and stuff, and I looked into it before, so I felt like I knew who he was, and I felt like I knew Cody just from talking to him and just from looking at the case.
Yeah. Are you open with people about your hybristophilia? If so, how do they normally react when you tell them about it?
All my close friends, they're okay with it, honestly, because they know me and they respect me, and they but like obviously I don't tell like strangers or anything, you know?
No, of course. Do you feel that the stigma associated with hybristophilia is warranted?
Maybe.
You understand how people could be a bit standoffish.
I feel like mine is just a little bit different because I don't just feel that towards like anybody. I feel like what I have for Amato is just like a lot different. Just because I don't just like him for that reason. I feel like I don't just see him as that. I see him as a whole person. I see him as who he is. I just see that as a part of him, you know?
Yeah.
Like I see the person who's like an anime freak, a weeb, a gamer, you know, a nice guy, a simp, whatever, right?
Yeah, no, of course. And finally, do you see yourself with Amato for the rest of your life, or do you think you'll eventually settle down with someone who hasn't committed multiple murders?
Or see myself with him or kill myself. That's it.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I see myself as being with him for the rest of my life or just killing myself. And then living and then having my inheritance just be to him and my roommate.
Why do you feel like if you can't be with him, you'll kill yourself?
I'm trying to kill myself anyways.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand from what you've said, but there is, you have such empathy for those that are in need. Would you not find yourself in more of a humanitarian role elsewhere?
It's like very humanitarian thing, though. I don't know. I feel like everybody else gets so much empathy, but these people just don't get. People think he doesn't even deserve love, and like honestly, I feel like that means that he is really deserving. If everybody really doesn't think that.
Do you understand why people think that he doesn't deserve love?
I don't believe that. I think if thinking that someone doesn't deserve love is like another slippery slope to thinking they don't deserve to live.
I understand.
Yeah, and I think he's still a person, and I see him. I don't think of him like as a monster. I think everybody is deserving of love.
I do. I agree. I do agree. I just I think in a special case like this, it's you've got to understand. Do you get a lot of contact from other people that have looked into him? And I mean, like we said, there's over 5 million people that have seen this.
I like stand up for him in YouTube comments sometimes, and even on Reddit, I messaged someone who had a like post about him, and he was actually really nice, and he was like really understanding towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I was really impressed though, because I'm used to people being really mean about it.
No, of course. I mean, there's so much coverage about this case in particular. Do people reach out to you? Do they message you? Do they find you? No. Would you chat with them if they did?
As long as they're not like, you're fucking crazy, bitch, right? As long as they're like humane about it.
No, of course. I think there is a massive disconnect. Being on the internet, it's very easy to just type something just without actually having to look someone in the eyes. And have you, obviously, I know you speak on the phone 3 times a day and you've got this connection. Do you go up and see him a lot?
I'm planning to visit him this month and next month.
Have you met him in person before? Sorry, you haven't done that before? And you're married?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I have the paper right here.
Oh, okay. And when it comes to a meeting like that, is there special rules that need to be put in place?
Yeah. Right now, you only like from 9 to like 2 or something on Saturday and Sunday.
So, sorry, are you going to go Saturday and Sunday, spend both days with him?
Yeah. And then on July, I can spend longer because they have like the out-of-state visiting privileges.
What do you do in that time? Is that just across a bench, or is that like?
I can hug him and stuff and kiss him and stuff.
And that'll be monitored.
I mean, I'm willing to break the rules a little bit, so I'll probably just like make out with him like right away until they tell me to stop, and then have him spit in my mouth or something.
And why would you ask him to do that? Okay. Okay, Kay, it's been an absolute pleasure to chat with you. Thank you so much for taking the time. And I wish you all the best in everything that you do.
I hope you have a nice time too.
Thank you so much. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. King Reardon, and the rest of my details are in the link below. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Before you do anything, hit the like, hit the bell, make sure you get notified for everything else. And before you comment, please just take a second and think before you write. It's very easy to just do it without really thinking about it. Just take a second. Thank you so much. Take care.